I'm gonna be quick about this. That's right. I'm here again. It's good to have everybody back, but we have a couple things to talk about today, so I felt like I might as well make a title about that, and we could talk about it a little bit. I'm gonna leave my Rhino Heirloom skin up for a little bit, but yeah, I mean, title and thumbnail. So I think, I don't know, I would say like a lot of the community is probably saying the Heirloom skin itself isn't the best. I have people saying he's got like a girdle. He's got sumo vibes, I think. Like he's got this weird like headdress on the back, but I think the winner is the horns. The Cigna, I was like, you know, I might as well just get the whole bundle if I'm gonna get the horns. I'll use my Excal nuke. Visco wants me to use his Excal nuke. Sorry, unfortunately, I will not be doing the Marked for Death Excal build. Unfortunately, that's not something I'm going to be doing, Chad. I hate to say it. All right, let me refresh this, make sure everything's working. You're live now. Okay, cool. Wonderful. You talked about it? Yeah, I did talk about it. You robbed me. Hey, that was your submission. Yeah. I was like, that's a way cooler submission. You have a couple of fashion that I keep pushing back because I'm like, that's a way cooler submission. But yeah, that was one of the top submissions. I gotta say it, man. Oh, I think I have to log in on the browser and then it'll show the chat. Okay, I think that makes sense. So if I'm doing this on the laptop, I'll just need to log in. I'm telling you, it was probably the best submission of the whole thing. Like the way you broke it down, how simple it was. I mean, I was very impressed, and I was like, this is what I like to see. But unfortunately, all I have on Excalibur is Wrathful Advance, and especially with melee influence coming to Exalted Blade, I might be laughing a little bit. I might be feeling a little bit silly and jolly. I'll change my energy color to slightly blue, and then I'll get electricity. You know, just like a classic. What do I call it? Kuva weapon. I have it on a couple Kuva weapons, but that's a pretty nice setup. Anyway, chat, I think we're good to go. I think we can start. So to talk about the Rhino Heirloom, like, here's my thing. I don't really think it's like the worst. I think there's definitely cooler skins out there, and if you're talking to, if you're judging the different Heirloom skins, I do think that like Rhino's vibe will always be different, but I think we can all say the Cigna is a win. This red color ends up showing kind of in a weird way on the Cigna, but I might change that. But yeah, I mean, it's got like sumo vibes. He's got the thickness. You love it. I gotta say, are those just his leg plates? Yeah, he's got, oh my god. Yeah, I gotta, like, that's what we're talking about, is he's just got, a pretty distinct, what would you call it? Is that like the heirloom pattern or like the heirloom shader? Like each of the heirlooms will kind of have that. So, I don't know, this like light pink kind of catches the light and just makes it completely blinding. So it's kind of hard to see sometimes, but I have the red on the under and it kind of shows up on the edges. So, these horns, I am so down to like swap a bunch of Cignas. I might show it off in a little bit, but yeah, I think I will say the other thing is that Rhino's wide enough that I can't use like a wide armor piece because it'll block my field of view if I'm using a rifle and I aim down sights. I don't know if there's a way around that, but yeah, you can see what I've done. Like I've tried to add a little bit of volume to the shoulders, so he's got the Sildarg, so he's got, more stuff coming up around his crazy, I don't know what you call this, like it's like a ring, I guess. Do I do it here? Let me see if I can do another one where it's just the thing. Yeah, so it's kind of this girdle. It's like a, oh, that's weird with the helmet. But yeah, it's like this, I don't know, it's like this man suit. I don't know, man. It feels more like a onesie that he's wearing, and then he's got his big ass arms. But I don't know, I still think it's a pretty cool setup. I don't think it will ever trump the Deathwatch skin though, the Beetle skin, just all gold. What is it? It's like white gold up at the top, and then there's some more yellow gold. So I just had to put the horns on there just for the fucking golden stag beetle. But yeah, just to get all the horns and all the wings, I was like, easy win. I mean, and yeah, I guess it's a good time to talk about like where the horns best show up. So like, yeah, is the heirloom skin like the best skin in the game? No. Are we all chasing it super crazy? No. Is it kind of sick? Is he beefy? He's got a lot of legs. Shout out Archive 426 for joining as well. All right. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the skin is just, it's definitely a departure from like what we've seen. You know, we could talk about some of the other heirloom skins. Whereas, yeah, like Frost. I mean, Frost is pretty reserved, although I do think this is a pretty sick look. I mean, you have to have the Frost abs. See, it's like very reserved, but I think we're all thinking about. Yeah, I have Owie now. I think I do have the Mag heirloom, but we could talk about Ember heirloom. Yeah, we could talk about Ember heirloom. But yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of crazy heirloom skins out there, you know. And is Rhino like the best out of all of them? No, I don't think so. Is the Cigna fucking sick? Yeah, absolutely. I'll take that. But yeah, I think you know. Take what you want. Spend some plat on it. That's it. I missed out on Frost. Oh, yeah. How's the new horns? The horns are sick. Do you try the horns on Owie? Oh, my God. Genius. I love that shit. We don't talk about Ember heirloom. We look and we don't judge. Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, now there is like a distinct ranking of the heirlooms. Now that Rhino exists, not to say anything, but you have like a margin now where you're like, okay. Moving on. I won't say anything else. I like the skin. I think it's cool. I like the glowy arms. I'm pretty impressed with how it looks. Like the shader always looks crazy. And then I did actually put on the Deathwatch iron skin. Oh, we have to do this. So it'll get like this outer layer. I don't know, it's like this, it's based on your energy color, and it's kind of like shimmering. I don't know exactly how it works, but I think it's pretty cool. I just didn't add any chest piece. I don't know, so many frames, I just don't put a chest piece because I'm like, bro, I feel like I don't want my chest sticking out so far. I don't know. Be interesting adding horns with the demonic wings, dude. Yeah. No, I think that would be a sick look. You could do like evil Owie or like evil Eleanor. I think that would be insanely gamer. Extremely nice color. Thank you. Yeah, this is like, are these both? Oh, so this is from Easter, and then I think the other reds that I take are from Valentine. Yeah, so I think that's the red that I use. So it's like, that's a Easter palette and that's a Valentine palette, and that gives you like a pink and a red, and so you can do like a light first color and dark second color, or you can swap it. You dark first, light second. So I always try to do dark and light. I think it adds to the combo. I might even steal it. Yeah, this is just I've thought about making the gold a little bit more white. I think this yellow might be a little bit too harsh. Like, I think I should bring that gold, like make it a little bit more pale, and just, you know, because I think, honestly, I've noticed that like I try to be a little bit reserved with like the color choices, you know what I mean? Like, and I think on this guy, I probably should, I should do this. I should make, I realized that with the Sildarg, I have a habit of leaving one of the swords as like black, when you should be putting a gold sword. Come on, man. Let's be real here. You get a red sword. Oh my god, a red sword and a gold sword. That's pretty sick. I also, we can't. I don't have breach surge soon. If you use Garuda's 4 with breach surge, it infinitely sends out surges. Yeah, dude, I saw someone talking about that. I think that would be crazy. What's the shoulder? This is Alastrum Prime. I think this is Valkyr. Alastrum. No, this is, where is this from? I know, is Kukri from Garuda? I don't know exactly which Prime Access this is from. Oh, Alastrum shoulder plates. Wait, no, never mind. These are just, did I just buy these? The most dedicated berserker? Wait. Oh my god, should I Google it real quick? Here, let's figure out where Elastrum shoulders come from. Alistorn? Was I saying Elastrum? Oh, it is. Oh, it's a Valkyr Deluxe. It's the Valkyr Deluxe armor set. Okay, I gotcha. And this is still a shoulder piece that's like out of the way. So if I'm shooting my gun, you can see I still have a clear. Like, dude, I had the Vitala. Here, I'll show you which one I had. If I scroll down here, the shoulder plate I was using was, where is it? Further down, V. This guy. So this one literally jutted out so far that I couldn't shoot my gun. So I had to choose something that, you know, still added a little volume to the frame, but is like out of the way because he's just too beefy. He's so broad. Hey, you got Prime Sure-footed on him? He got me again. Oh no. Also, Miter is insane because it has a bunch of, oh my god. Well, Miter's just the GOAT. I mean, chat, do we love Miter? I feel like I can't stop gaming. Like, Miter is one of those weapons where it's so easy to charge and so easy to dump the incarnate form. Nick A31, dude, I have to count out how many times people have said that. That's pretty good though. I like that. And it's even worse now that I shaved. Isn't that good? Oh wait, what am I missing? I'm waiting on the new drip for the operator and drifter. Can't forget a key component. Thoughts on the Trumna? Trumna's goated. Trumna Prime is also goated. Obviously, the Prime is just better. But yeah, I think we've sat on Rhino Heirloom long enough. Let's show off where I use the horns. I haven't chosen all of them. I've thought about putting it on Varuna as well. But where does it start? I think I have it on Kullervo. I was like, his helmet has this like ring effect. I'm still thinking. I don't know if it's a different energy color. No, it's the same energy color, but yeah, it ends up at these different angles. That's the other thing. Like, this is kind of he looks a little bit like Zaku on Dante. Yeah, that would be pretty sick. Here, we can show it on Dante here. What does Dante have currently? Oh yeah, he has that little dinky thing. All right. No, I love that. And I've got the fucking whiz robe. Okay. I'll take it. Now, where can I line it up? So here's the thing. You have to change like the y-axis and you can like line it up better. Oh, that's a little bit too high. Oh, but that's like too far forward. I do love this. It just looks exactly like Zaku Deluxe. I might have to do this. Does his normal head work a little bit better with that? I like this little whiz robe hat, but it does clip through the horns. So I might have to move these horns forward a bit. I like the whiz robe. I don't know, like, never played any of those Final Fantasy games where they would have that. Oh no, that's from Zelda, isn't it? The whiz robe is from Zelda. I don't know what I'm thinking of what the equivalent would be, but I'm embarrassing myself the longer I talk about it. But yeah, that's the horn clipping a little bit is kind of funny. But yeah, I think I still have to just let your boy clip a little bit. So there you go. I hope you enjoy that one. Oh, chat's working now. Perfect. All right, I can tab over. All right, we're caught up. Yeah, I guess we're ready. Yeah, I'll take that. I love the horns. Like, I'll be happy to get the whole bundle just to tell you guys about it and talk about it. But the horns, oh my god. What else did I put it on? I think it was Kullervo, and then did I put it on Styanax? Look, almost clipping again. It's like it's like basically inside his headdress, but look at those horns. Look at how they line up. I was like, oh shit, because before here, let me show you what I had before. I had the fucking laurel crown. Wait, I don't even remember what that one's called. Krios. Yeah, and it either like clips with the front or it just disappears. So to replace something that's like stuck on the back of your head with like these fucking badass horns, I mean, it is like the resemblance to Zaku Deluxe is like uncanny. It's so weird. But yeah, I just feel like this guy already has an absurd fucking helmet. Like, you just add more to it. It's like, okay, guys, we get it. This is sick. So, yeah, I don't want to make any jokes. All right, we've got horns. I don't want to say anything. I think I also have it on Caliban because I did like his helmet. I just love how the helmet swoops. And so I was like, oh, I have to do it. It just called to me. It was another example where I was like, I feel like you can just make it work. And it kind of fits perfectly. You can sit it like right on his helmet. I don't know. He's got like Oni vibes. I don't know, man. I don't think it's too hard to make work. Oh, did not want to do that. I don't think it's too difficult. I can move up to some primes. Oh, I think I tried it out on Mirage. Because I realized that the Oniru, or Oniro, I don't know how to say that. They're like, the head is kind of smaller than the Nuwa skin. I like the Nuwa skin, you know, it's got all the snake getting wrapped around, but yeah, like the whole like adding size to your head was a weird thing where I was like, okay, I don't think it's too crazy, but I'm still deciding on this one. I don't know if it's the craziest take, but I do just love the horns. And you've got the, I don't know, the jester going back and the horns going forward. I don't know, are there other skins? I mean, there's a couple other skins that have a kind of vibe, but yeah, none of them really have. I don't know, this is just like it's a fun Cigna. It's a really fun Cigna to play with. What else do I have it on? I think I put it on Chroma as well. Holy shit. Yeah, talk about like a crazy helmet and then just adding more to it. Like, you have the horns and then you have the horns like almost touching the other horns. Like, they're kind of linked with, like, one's going back and the other's going forward. Like, that was it makes his head a little busy. Like, you have and then you have the horns going out, and then you have another set of horns like enwrapping them. Like, it's crazy how they line up. Also, you're gonna notice triple wings, Garuda wings. He has the wings, and then there's a Syandana that has wings. I've thought about adding one that like goes down. I know which one that is. It's the second Titania Deluxe. I don't know where it is, but this one adds, yeah, Railta. So this one adds wings going down. Same setup. But oh yeah. So just like, wait, so he has how many things and he has how many duplicates? What the fuck is this guy doing? So I don't know. I was like, okay, I have to take it. On Chroma, I have to take it. He already has a weird head where it's hard to put a Cigna on a head like that. I've thought about it for like Hildren, but I don't think you could do it with Hildren. I like how the frost kind of sits into that. I think I also put it on Mesa. Ooh, yeah. Shout out, like, fucking, what is the Devil Ranger skin? There's a skin, yeah, Devil Ranger, but no, this is just, oh, this is the coup de grace skin. Yeah, it's just got like a little bit of gold going through there. It doesn't have too much. Like, I don't know if a lot of these skins have a lot of metallics. You know what I mean, chat? Those are the things that I look at for the most part. The Marley. That's probably Marley. But yeah, there's a couple different choices you can make. But I will say, dude, I think the Cigna is a win. The Cigna is easy. It's like so fun. I have it on Goss. Look, you've got the speed lines going back, and then you got the horns going forward. He's too jumpy for me to really show him off properly, so there you go. There's Goss. Yeah, you kind of move around the list. I think that covers the main ones. I couldn't do it on Oberon because I'm pretty sure it would have been exactly the same dimensions. So shout out the Blade of the Lotus skin for Oberon, just like a fire fucking skin. So that covers the main ones. I mean, that's where I've tested it so far, and by tested it I mean just like enjoyed it. So yeah, we're gonna swap back. So that's number one. I mean, we love the horns. Chat, the horns are sick. Also, another thing I'm gonna make submissions about is the fact that charge beam weapons with Volt's shield get their crit damage ×2 per shield. Oh. Like when you put down multiple Volt shields, can't you just stack them all on top of each other? Is that how they do it in what is it, Eidolons? Anyway, I think we're good. I want to cover the next thing 20 minutes in, Jesus, but you know, heirloom talk can get away from me sometimes. That's why the title is just Ember or Rhino Heirloom. Opticore Vandal, 6 shields. Oh my god. So what are we really talking about? I mean, number one for me is leaded gas. I want to try this. I want to see if I can get other I want to see if I can actually just benefit from the status in general, and also have, you know, keep my blast on there and just see if I can proc a bunch of status. So that might hit pretty hard. Just you have to land a headshot hit every 6 seconds. That's not too crazy. So it's weird to add a bunch of gas damage. But that one looks pretty sick. And then obviously the other crazy one, biotic rounds on weak point kill, 150 viral and magnetic damage and status chance for 15 seconds. So, you know, I don't know how it maps out, but to me the Vesper was the big one. This ephemera is pretty sick. This is kind of, I love this. This is like it's the polygons, chat. You can see all the polygons. Oh my god, but yeah, that's sick. And then of course the tech rot. I mean, speakers on both legs, is it the same on both legs? I'm liking the armor pieces. I'm liking the legs a lot. I don't like how they jiggle when you move. I don't like that. But don't worry about it. You get a little Tamagotchi. Yeah, I guess that pretty much covers it. Yeah, you get some cool floofs, wonderful, hilarious. You get Nightwave livery, very cool. This is a pretty cool one though. I like all the metallics. You could, oof. That's pretty sick, dude. I don't know. Wait, Harsh said something and there was something. Around 2.4k crit damage with a good build. Oh my fucking god. Jesus. Yeah, my Opticore build. Excuse me. My Opticore build is just like weird. I'm sure it'll show up eventually, but yeah, that pretty much covers it. It was mainly just those two augments that I really cared about. Yeah, you get some cool cosmetics. I have to do syndicate missions. I was thinking I might do this. I need to get toxin damage. I'm thinking we're probably going to do Netracells and then potentially 1999 stuff. New Eidolon setup. Yeah, dude, holy shit. Yeah, you could probably tap. And did they fix the thing where the Eidolons, Synovias, like they take damage from AoEs now too, right? I've noticed that. I had like I don't know if I had Shakur on my, it was like an ancient build that I had, but I had to whip it out for a reason that didn't matter because I was stupid, but yeah, I guess that pretty much covers it. I was going to show off the builds that I have so far. So semi-pistol cannonade is going to get replaced with the augment, and then I did get a Riven. You know, it was fucking, I don't want to say how much plat it was. I'll say it at some point during the stream, but I gotta tell you, man, there's a lot of hype around this weapon. That's how you can tell. For an unrolled, I was like, oh my god, you guys are doing me dirty. So this is just giving it a bunch of damage for the blast proc. So obviously it makes the bullet deal more damage, but it's still a fire rate of 2. So it would be nice if I can just get a bunch of status and then I'm basically only procking blast and gas. That would be pretty crazy. It would be weighted towards gas, but we would still get a nice buff to our blast procs, I think. So I hope it works the way I think it does, and I may just leave this weapon as it is and then add in, like, just roll the Riven and see what I can get, because I would want it to like replace one of these elements, but I would need it to replace cold. So I would just want, like, I don't know, multi-shot, or if I got lucky it would be crit chance. But you know, 72 isn't crazy. It's not the highest, but it's not terrible either. So yeah, if I can make this weapon work, it was so cool. I was like so close. I was like, I was doing pretty good with it, but then there were moments where I was like, oh, come on, man. So yeah, I mean, it still does a lot of damage, but I did notice that I was like, I wanted it to proc more blast, because when it did proc blast, it would work pretty well. So yeah, I'm waiting on this guy. I want to see how he settles out. But AX52 was weirder for me. I ended up taking off primary acuity because I was just like, you know, I did the build with acuity. I took off acuity and just replaced it with a galvanized chamber, and I just did better. I was like, yeah, that's the thing. Unfortunately, I just suck ass. Assassin. Shout out. Oh my god. Shout out Sunny J. Yeah, shout out Sunny. I don't know why I suck at that for following. But yeah, I mean, the it's just a rifle. It has pretty low damage, but this buff is still pretty nice. Obviously Acuity is going to add 350, but yeah, I'm still getting red crits. I don't know if it puts me into like orange crit territories, with this. So aimed headshots is the 400% crit chance. So this is just going to get added on top of your critical delay. So now you have 600%. So you're probably looking at not that much higher. Like you're basically doubling what this buff is, and then you're adding it. So I don't know. I don't think you're going from 200 to 600%, and then if you have Acuity, then you'll go from 600, you'll get ooh, that's a lot. 950. Wow, it's a big number. Anyway, yeah, there's the setup. You can swap it. I don't think it's too crazy. He says, yo, welcome in. Yeah, this rifle, I don't know, with viral and magnetic becomes pretty powerful for just like
navigation.
I don't know, what would you say, like priming enemies? I don't know, like, yeah, both of the elements that I love for just like buffing damage to overguard and then health, like, is pretty much all I ever use. And then I was gonna put in primed cryo rounds, because obviously 2 elements at 150 is gonna skew it like crazy. But when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, what are these guys cooking? So I was pretty okay with it. So it'll replace hammer shot, and it'll give even more status. Yeah, I have Crux on top of this, so I'm guaranteeing that I'm proccing enough status. But it means that I'll probably have like max viral, max magnetic, so whatever I'm shooting is probably going to get cooked instantly. So I think that's a lot of power right there, because it means that you just add in primed cryo rounds, so you spend that forma, and then I think it'll be savage, dude. I think it'll be a fucking monster. But it's definitely a weird one, and I'm waiting to see, because it's headshot kill, so it has a 15-second timer, which is not terrible. But sometimes I can suck at getting headshot kills, but I'm great at just getting headshots. So yeah, I'm not gonna be playing them. I'm waiting to see. Both of them, I was like, they're pretty good, and I can see why everyone is doing, they like the Cyto 9 combos that you can do with both of these guys are just like nuts. I mean, it's not the craziest thing you've ever seen, but yeah, I feel like the amount of combos that you can get with Cyto 9 is just like always gonna benefit like these specific setups where you can just kind of like tap everything in one hit. I mean, like, the amount of what is it, like Stalta damage cap clips, I was like, oh, you just put the mods on and then it does damage cap. You're like I was like, nice. Anyway, let's talk about the build. This is Dagoth. I am at 264 strength. This is with a Tauforge Red. I just put 1 Tauforge Red in there, so that's going to be 92 plus 25% ability strength, and then you're going to add more onto that with Matter Eye. But yeah, it's a pretty simple setup. All I'm doing is pressing 2 and pressing 1. It's going to put a scythe above their head. You have like 3 seconds to deal damage, and if you deal lethal damage, then the ability just kills them. So it's pretty, it's kind of a weapon buff in a way, but we want it to hit 100% damage redirection, so it just kind of doubles. And then of course, Omamori is an interesting one. So you can think of this as just a 50-50 chance to give you a damage gate and then go on a 3-second cooldown. And then you have charges, which is insanely easy to refund. So it's like you should always have energy for charges. So I don't think it's too crazy. Where does that Cigna come from? I've seen other people with it. I was curious if you don't mind me asking. Oh yeah, for sure. So this is the Krios Cigna. And you get this from Gargoyle's Cry, I think was the last time it was available. So like, I don't know if in my dojo I have it available. Yeah, but it was like a limited time event. It's like a laurel crown. But yeah, it was like the amount of Void Angels that I had to do, the amount of those bosses with Void Angels, I was like losing my mind, dude. So yeah, the Dagoth setup is very simple to understand. It's just a shit ton of power strength. 75% range is pretty rough from Stretch and Augur Reach, so that does kind of suck a little bit. Question, what's the best augment for Frost? Honestly, the best augment for Frost is both of them combined on the 4. Icy Avalanche and Biting Frost. Because the thing is, like, Icy Avalanche is going to scale off of the amount of armor that you have. So you're going to get a big buff. So Icy Avalanche is going to give you Overguard. Arcane Ice Storm is obviously just like super powerful. So this is a crazy combo. Archon Flow is also super nice. So yeah, Biting Frost is going to give you, I think people describe it as multiplicative crit chance. I've seen like, it's like, is it Acuity? I don't know if that's exactly how, where do you even farm Goss or Dagoth? You get that from your syndicates. They'll have these things called Abyssal Beacons, and then you can go do these like Abyss missions on Cirrus, and then you'll farm the parts. And you have to have a dojo that has the crafting, that has the little Dagoth's Hollow or whatever it's called. So we're gonna swap back to Dagoth. And then yeah, you wanted to see, okay, let's do this. So if we go over here and we go to any of the syndicates, view offerings, so it's going to be like the second level probably. You buy these Abyssal Beacons, and then you go over to the mission on Cirrus, and it'll point it out for you. So it's not too crazy. So kind of like Grendel, it's way easier. It's just an exterminate mission that has more Eximus units, so you may actually potentially get some Riven Slivers. I don't know if you need to have anything unlocked. I think you just need to have the Hollow to do anything, so that may be it. Yeah, I think I'm caught up, so we'll talk about Z-Huge. This is a crazy Riven. Crit chance, crit damage, that's it. 186% crit chance. So that's when we get 100% crit chance with 8 times crit damage. So I wouldn't really say use this weapon even if you have this type of Riven, but this weapon is very fun. Fanged Fusillade puts the stats at 19% slash and 30% viral. So Primate Crux is just going to give you a shit ton of buffs to that. So then if you come over here to the status over here, 30% slash, 26% viral. And the AoE does almost the same amount of damage. And it has a 0.6 second embed delay. So it's a pretty small area, but yeah, it's got decent stats that are skewed more towards slash. So you're kind of fucking it up, man. You're kind of doing a zillion damage. But it is a weird weapon, and I'm not really running from the rooftops telling you to use this weapon. It's fun because it's weird, and you get to just dump. How many shots are in the mag? 30 shots in the mag. You get to dump 30 bullets into a crowd. And then, yeah, eventually you'll get about a third of the way through your magazine, and they'll start detonating. Anyway, here's the Zylok. I've actually changed up my Zylok build recently. This one is a must. This is a must. On reload from empty. Increase base crit damage multiplier by 1 times. Stacks up to 2 times, so that's just... You gotta take it. Accuracy recoil. This does make, I think, the normal fire pinpoint accurate, like you just tap. Increase base magazine capacity. No, I'm not taking that, dude. And reload speed. I don't really care. So, and then last one over here. So we either have 30% crit chance. That's the main one I'm looking at. 30% crit chance, or 22% crit chance and 16% status. So I might actually think about taking this, and I'll explain why. Because we go from 48 to 56. So we still have pretty high stats, but yeah, I'm going to come over. So we go from 168% crit chance to 144. Huh. It's not the craziest. And we go from 90% status chance to 64% status chance. Huh. Interesting. I feel like I'm probably more maxed out by taking base crit chance just because it's more damage. I mean, but the margin is pretty slim, so you know I'm losing some status. But the AOE is all heat, and the bullet is 44% heat, so it's pretty good. But yeah, this is a weird setup. Hollow Point for me is just a stand-in until I can roll a better Riven. So this Riven currently has negative status duration, so I actually want to keep the status duration, but yeah, this is like a freebie slot. I just realized the bullet does so much fucking damage. It's like the fucking Opticore, but it has a 6 meter AoE. So yeah, Hollow Point isn't the worst choice. I definitely think you could swap it with other stuff. But yeah, this is just a fucking staple. It's like a top tier Incarnate pistol. You know, in the sense that it's fun. It's crazy. Oh wait, the Valentine's event made me regret not ranking on Fortuna. Oh my god. Yeah, the Star Days is back. You can get some good stuff, some skins, I think mostly. To get the yeah, you need to get well, you need debt bonds, so you don't need to rank up, but you need to farm debt bonds. I'm still on neutral, and I got both the wings. Yeah, you can like you can buy the debt bonds later on, but yeah, sometimes you can't do that. You playing the new event for Arcanes, dude? Fuck no. Thankfully, I can say it with a proud heart. Fuck no. I've what did I do? I got the ephemera. I think I have all the Ascension Arcanes. There's maybe a couple that I'm missing. I might do it to finish out the Ascension, but it's active for a while, so I'm going to take a look at it over the weekend and see what kind of stuff I can even get from it. But I've been yapping too long. We need to actually play Warframe. Yeah, this is just a swinging influence build. This is just Final Harbinger. It has 3 slash procs, 2 slash procs, 1 at 200, so it's not too crazy. It's just a sword and shield. You have all the arcanes, I assume. Yeah. There's a couple that I've been looking at, you know, like the rage, you know, the ones where you on headshot, you get bonus damage to a specific weapon. But yeah, for the most part, I try to like broaden my horizons on what arcanes I'm using, but for the most part, they're pretty set. Like I have Energize, I have Grace, I have all the main ones, I have Avenger, I use that the most. So, yeah, I don't think it's too crazy. I need to grind Sisters of Parvos Ephemeras. Oh my fucking god. Rank 1 Energize is good enough, right? Oh my god, yeah. No, I've maxed out all that stuff a long time ago. So I'm very thankful. I got a couple. I know you can get that stuff from Orphix, but it's like the worst time ever. So I'm glad that I had accumulated a few over the years, and then I just had to like buy maybe half as many as I needed or something like that. What's your top 5 best arcanes? I think it has to be, for me, Arcane Avenger. I've used it. I have it on like 70% of my builds on damaged. 45% additive crit. So whatever your crit chance is, whatever it says in the mod pool, obviously if you have like other crit bonuses, they may be calculated differently. But this is just going to add 45 after all that. And then, at least from what I can tell, it'll go mods, like crit mods, Arcane Avenger, and then the Vigilante bonus. So like Arcane Avenger will just put you above. Oh, I forgot to move the chat. Oh wait, chat's in the wrong spot. I thought I changed that. Hang on one sec. I'm feeling embarrassed, chat. I don't know. I didn't even realize how long that was active, but now we're back. Sorry, I'm feeling silly. TikTok, it looked a little ugly for a moment, but we're back to where we need to be. I can move this stuff over. All right, chat. Yeah, I guess the main thing, it's flat crit chance. Yeah, so there's like different ways that crit is calculated. I know that like biting frost is unique, and then you have like modded crit chance, which is just taking your, it's just your mods and stuff. So, like this is just gonna, whatever your modded crit chance is, it's just gonna add 45 after that. This is the same as Harrow. So this is what Harrow does too. And it's like when you get a headshot with your Harrow buff, it just adds 200 after whatever your crit chance is. So that's how you can get some crazy buffs going. The new minion arcane with Necros, yeah, that's goated. That's what I've said is like, a lot of the 1999 arcanes, like they have a gimmick, and if you are using a frame where that gimmick applies, you should try it out. Like whether you can make it work or not, whether you think you can make it work, I think it's worth it to give it a shot and like try it, because it has like this built-in understanding of like, yeah, you need to be able to bring enemies to your side or like summon enemies on your side. So I think it's really fun. Impetus with Veruna is super strong. Yeah, Impetus is my favorite on Veruna. On Citrine, I use it as well. I think on Revenant, I can get like 5 stacks of it, so it's not the craziest thing ever. But yeah, Impetus, bro, you get like what? You get like 13 stacks of Impetus. It's absurd. Show me your Zaku build. What's the best Helminth for him? I think I have Pillage in there. I've thought about putting Omamori in there, because I do think having, it's like an extra level of damage gate or extra level of shield gate, but I don't know exactly how well it works. But yeah, Avenger is one of them. Zaku is a weird one. Zaku has I think I have Arachne in here. So this is just augmented and Arachne. The other one is obviously augmented, augmented. You need 250 kills, but you get 60% ability strength. So that's fucking goated. This is just double shield regen. Keep your 4 active, max range, obviously. Pretty decent strength, but not a lot. Obviously only a Town Forge red for ability strength, but a bunch of blues. Health, or this is health, shields, energy max, and yeah, and then also the yellow is effectiveness on energy orb. So a lot of like base survivability. I can remove the health. I don't think I need it anymore. But yeah, I have pillage in here because that armor strips, as well as resetting my shield, so you can double tap it and basically do it. Best for Zaku is no subsume, and I will die on that hill. Yep. The people who like the 3, yeah, the people who don't subsume anything, yep, that par for the course. Unfortunately, the 3, not unfortunately, what I will say, the 3 has really good range. The one that strips armor, like you can cover an entire arena with it. Let me get into it. But yeah, I totally get where you're coming from. This is what I've always said, is it is very powerful, but you know, chat, not for me, man. Unfortunately, hate to say it. Where's Augur Reach? Alright, chat. I mean, I think part of it is that Zaku is just so strong that I don't really think you can go wrong. I think you can probably run with most setups and be fine. So the range on this is 33 meters. 33 meters. You can subsume Roar over Zada if you're going full caster. No, I actually like Zada. I think Zada is a good buff. I like having Zada there because I use blast damage with Zada. So Zada is like so much fun when you have like a weapon that deals blast damage, and that's because the blast procs will like taxi Zada, and Zada will like get an extra damage tick. So it's a really buff, really strong combo that I always try to use. Hotter take, wait, Scent Stomp over his 1. If you know how to use his 3, it's better to have Gaze and the MC. It just makes his guns insta-kill everything. Oh, yeah. You can subsume Roar. Okay, I got that. I do too, but if you're not shooting, then Roar buffs Loke's guns, yeah. No, but I've always been of the mind that, like, I think, you know, no hate, but I think that's fucking lame to just run around and not shoot. Like, part of it is I like shooting guns. And it's this weird thing where it happens all the time, where people are like, bro, why are you not a full caster? You know, obviously I appreciate you being nice, but yeah, I get comments all the time being like, bro, why aren't you just only maximizing your abilities? And I'm like, bro, I love shooting guns. I play him on Helminth, yeah. I started playing 15 days ago, and I'm free to play. I traded a lot, and now I have 1,000 plat for trading, and I'm farming arcanes on new event. Is that good? Wait, let me... Is that good? Wait, let me read that. I started 15 days ago, and I'm free to play. I traded a lot, and now I have 1,000 plat for trading. I'm farming arcanes on the new event. Is that good? Yes, that's very good. Is that what you wanted? Isn't that sick? Isn't that so cool? Oh, dude, I love it. Anyway, we need to play Warframe. Enough dawdling. I've shown you the Zaku build. I've done what you've asked. It's 7:45 and I haven't played Warframe. Fuck. How does this keep happening? Anyway, it's a yapathon, I guess. It's a yapathon. Is that good? Tell me it's good. That's all it takes, man. That's all it takes. Bro asked the question when they knew they were flexing. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Zagsoul's called it out a little more blatantly, but yeah, you can smell it. That's why I reread it. That's why I reread it for you guys. So, is that good?
Yeah. What'll it be?
I was just curious and excited.
I was trying to get into a Netracell.
Yeah, excited about how much plat you were making. Fuck yeah, dude, you were maxing it out. Yeah, you're sick as fuck, dude. You're so fucking good at Warframe. That's so good. Wow, that's really impressive. Hey, man. What can I say? Sometimes it just hits me that way. Sometimes in text form, it always has a certain way of things. You know, I just look at it, I'm like, oh, nice. I'm like, fuck yeah. It's inevitable, chat. That's part of Warframe is flexing. Part of Warframe is succeeding and being comfortable in being proud of your achievements and knowing that Amar's going to clown on you all the same. Because all I do is flex. This entire stream is just like every time I pull up my relic list, I'm flexing. So it's like I'm proud to admit it. I'm the only one. I'm the only content creator who's proud to admit I'm proud. I'm a blaring narcissist, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I sold Sevagoth set to a beginner for 200 plat. Okay, now you're just trolling. Okay, now you're just trolling. You can't. I sold Sevagoth set to a beginner for 200 plat is good. It's like, see, that's how you make a lot of plat. It's more about convincing someone to spend a lot of plat on something. I've seen some Riven trades. I've heard some whispers of some Riven trades and things like that where I'm like, you do the eyes. That's the emoji that they drop too. You do the eyes. That's what I've learned is like, if you can snag that mark, then bro, that's game over. I farmed so much plat with my debit card. Don't mean to brag, but took less than a minute. Oh wait, I ran past the terminal, didn't I? Shit. Oh god, dude, what am I doing? I'm losing it. Yeah, that's I think it was Steinax was the last person that did that. Was they were talking about selling, I don't know if it was like a Riven or something, but they sold it for like maybe like 1,000 plus plat, and I was like, oh, so that's how you do it. Like you find someone who's not so stingy with their plat. That's okay, I gotcha. So you do the wallet inspector test. Wait, is this not going to show me where the last terminal is? I'm kind of just walking in space right now because I missed the first terminal. Ah, chat. This is what I deserve. This is what I get. You alright, chat? But yeah, if you can farm, like, the quicker... I feel like there are a lot of people that are maxing it out where they're farming... they're farming for plat, or they're farming for sets just like as soon as the prime comes out, and I'm like, dude, that I don't know like what kind of grind that is, because obviously part of it is like, you know, farming each specific era, and you can go into a disruption missions and farm, like spot farm each of them for endless missions, so you can like farm like oh shit, I got two parts for the gold part for Sevagoth. So it's like a lot of that stuff, and I'm like, dude, if you can do that and then like farm the stuff day one and like get the big plat, that's like, I feel like where it's most worth it, because eventually it'll all like even out, you know, once the relics are out for a while. But that's what I mean, is like that's how you're gonna make a lot of plat, is like, you know, you could do a large volume of small trades, but that requires a large volume of stuff to trade. So, you know, there's not always a huge amount of resources. So if you can snag those like fat fucking trades, that's crazy. I farmed everything is worth what someone willing to pay for it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, bro, if someone is like able to sell, you know, like a god roll Riven, that's what the Kuva is for. There are people who just chase that. That's like all they do. They get a bunch of Kuva, and then they just try to roll a perfect Riven that has the perfect negative. And then, so what they have to do is they have to like look into like, okay, what are the meta setups? Like, you know, if someone's a little bit more inclined to spend a lot of plat, what kind of build do they use? And so therefore, what kind of Riven would they want on that build? So it's like very interesting things where it's like, yeah, those like top tier like end game stuff is that's a weird end game. Just like, you're just whale fishing at that point. I hate to call it out like that, but That's kind of what it is. Like, just somebody who has a little too much plat to spend, and they're willing to spend it, and they're like, oh, I heard this is a god roll new core Riven, and you're like, 3,000 plat, and they're like, sure. You're like, holy shit, I didn't think it was possible. So, like, I'm not in the trading game, so that's why I talk about it, because, you know, yeah, I'm of the mind that, like, I've bought enough Prime Access where I'm like, I don't want to worry about have to dealing with any kind of markets. When I go to the market, I buy shit. I'll buy Rivens. I'll buy unrolled Rivens though. But yeah, when an unrolled Riven is like super expensive, that's how you know. You could get lost in that. There was like a time when I don't know how expensive a Verglass Riven is, but it was a dark time. But it was worth it, I would say. I mean, it's a pretty nice weapon, and yeah, you can just throw on viral and magnetic, and that's kind of all you need. I'm glad to actually be playing Warframe at the fucking 45-minute mark and actually killing enemies at the 50-minute mark, so this is a little embarrassing. Where's my boy? Where's the guy? Did he die? Oh my god. Oh no, he's there. Alright, chat. Let's see how this scythe does. Oh, pretty good. I like that. I'm tanking some damage, but I just need enough energy. Oh, there's another necromech, chat. I don't like it. I need a little bit more. I realize I do have the Death Defiance, which will help me, but I only have 4 stacks of this. I could probably get this going. I don't know how long it'll take me to power this thing up. Let's pray for a little bit of good grace. Okay, that seemed fine. I can recast this. And then yeah, I guess I'm just only doing that. Ooh, I felt that. So yeah, it's a pretty decent weapon. That's what I gotta say. Like this, you know, the Z Huge. I think you're supposed to say a Zooge or Zhooge or something. Zhooge. I don't know how you say it, but yeah, it's a weird one. It's so strange. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what it is, man. The way the Necromech just kind of like wanders around aimlessly, it's kind of fucking weird. Wait, there's a lot of chats I gotta catch up on. Thankfully, I can pause the game here. Watch this. I got 3 Euphona receivers in a row last week. Was a quick 120. Nice. 3 rares in a row. I just built Titania, and I have no idea on what to do. I'm pretty new. Titania. Titania's 2. So the first 2 abilities of Titania's 2. One of them is 50% damage reduction, and the other one is 50% dodge chance, and that just is flat 2 minutes. So you basically like hold down your second ability, and you'll target an enemy, make a ghost of them, you run through it, and then your squad gets a buff. So what's the best weapon to use for Titania as a new player? I would say, well, it depends on what mastery. Obviously, like I think master rank 8, you can get some good stuff. I like kit guns. I got a Furious Riven with god stats but negative crits, so I'm unsure if it's worth. No, that's the thing. Like, as soon as you're actually rolling that Riven, like, bro, I'm not buying something with 50 rolls. I'm buying unrolled. And yeah, what I've noticed is, yeah, there is hype around weapons where even when an unrolled is super expensive, but I think if you're going for a god roll, you actually have to have perfect stats. Like, no one's gonna buy a fucking Riven that has any type of bad negative. Like, I'm telling you, man, like, that's the other thing is, like, yeah, if you want to actually get good numbers, you do have to actually get a really absurd fucking Riven that's taken you God knows how many rolls to be like, okay, well, you know, statistically most people are probably going to look for these specific stats. They're maybe going to want it to replace their damage mod or something, but I'm telling you, man, like, it gets a little endless. I'm master rank 5, so you should have access to the Heck at master rank 4. I think the Karak you have access to, but the Heck's a pretty decent weapon. You do have access. Have you done the Deadlock Protocol? If you're master rank 5, there's a quest called the Deadlock Protocol, and you can get a weapon called the Zorus from that, and it's just insanely broken. So Zorus is bae. We love Zorus. But yeah, this I just kind of love that I can honestly just stand here and tap this dude. So it ends up being a little silly, but I don't know. We're still chilling. I guess you know, I think part of ending up with all these randomized. Check the Zorus out. Yeah, so it's it's once you get Master Rank 4, yeah, it's like the Protea quest. So that's where you get introduced to some characters in the Corpus lore. So it's like a pretty early on quest that you can do, and if you can do it at any level, it doesn't really matter what gear you have. And then you'll get the weapon as part of the quest. You'll craft it instantly, and then all you want is Fury, and then you want to kill the boss of Mars, and you want to get Killing Blow. So it's pretty slow. So you jump up in the air and charge it. You like hold down melee to charge it. It's a glaive. So you charge it, you throw it out, and then it explodes when you hit the heavy attack button. So you like explode it in the air. It's a little complicated to use, but yeah, I think a lot of it when I used it. So I have a series on my YouTube channel called Speedrunning the New War, where I basically started a fresh character and just played through the whole game. I actually took a big detour to like farm all the kit gun parts, and I got like a really beefy kit gun, and then I could just shit on Necromex. When that moment arrived, I farmed the Necromex like so quickly. It was a little bit absurd. Like it was maybe an inaccurate showing of like people's struggles getting Necromex, but I don't know. It was so fucking easy for me. And yeah, the weapon just did a zillion damage. And oh, is he up here? No, he's right here. Sorry, chat. Sorry about that. But yeah, I think at Master Rank 4, I think the Zorus is the strongest, but you do kind of need fire rate. So yeah, the boss on Mars, he's on the mission tile called War. I think his name is Lek Krill. And then if you kill him enough times, he has a pretty high drop chance for Killing Blow. But that will speed up the charge of your glaive, which is, you know, what the Zorus is, what kind of class the Zorus is in. But yeah, like I think a lot of that entire Scream series was just like, okay, there was like pre-Zorus, post-Zorus, and then there was like, okay, we got the kit gun, and then once you have the kit gun, so like once you have I think like for most of the story quests, you don't really need good gear. Like you can just do it with whatever you want. I think it's basically just the Necromex that require you to have decent gear. So I guess that's number one. It is kind of, I don't know, like when I did most of the quests, I didn't feel like I needed super great gear. Like it was really just the New War that I felt like, okay, that was kind of a little bit scary, and well, not scary in a way, just like, okay, I'm glad that I had decent enough gear that I could shit on everything. Or it was trivial enough that I wasn't super worried. So that added to my ease. I mean, it was only like an hour longer than my usual streams, but you know. Oh, I should mention, chat. Yeah, I did a stream with Taylor. I have to edit it because Dane could not join us, but yeah, like we got mostly, like it said party games, but most of it was just Souls. Like I honestly just wanted to like see what I could run, and basically when I'm streaming, I have to just think of that PC like a Switch, so it can run games that run on the Switch, and there's a pretty clear margin of like what kinds of games can. This is Switch 1, mind you, but yeah, Switch 1 runs at 30 FPS, so obviously you're running them at 60, so you know they're like buttery smooth. So you know we played a lot of different Souls. Like I mean, they were easy to swap between. We played a game called Whisker Squadron Survivor, which was pretty cool. So you know, it was a couple different things. It was like a couch stream. The framing was awful because I was waiting for people to show up, but they never did. So it was a test little couch stream. But yeah, that's up on my YouTube channel. It's 6 hours. And yeah, what I realized is my mics, the battery on my mics is only like 4 hours. So I have some new wireless microphones coming in the mail that I need to test.
I'm happy.
I have enough bonds for one of the pairs of the wings, dude. Yeah, getting those bonds, whew, if you don't have the resources to just like buy them, they're a lot easier to just buy, I gotta say, man. But yeah, I mean, I think I remember, what do I remember about Stardust? I do remember when those wings came out. I love those wings. I remember, so for some reason, the way that I put those wings in my arsenal, I guess is not allowed now. Like, if I tried to put the wings in the same place I had them before, it wouldn't allow me to. So, something about it had changed, made me kind of sad. But yeah, what it meant is that, the second time that I put in the rainbow wings, it was like glitched or like moved forward in the world. And so when I opened my arsenal, there was just wings behind me. And it was these ugly fucking, I was like, oh my god. And it was just ruined. But I loved having the wings behind me for so long. It made me really sad, Chad. So, I don't know, man. Like they're so cool. But I had them perfect the first time. And that's all I'll remember. Is just like, it was so good. You know, it was perfectly placed, and it didn't fuck up my arsenal. And then as soon as the arsenal's fucked up, I felt a little sad. And then, bro, they gave me the back rooms. So it's hilarious. I'm waiting for the day that Eleanor can be moved so that I can stop triggering Eleanor's dialogue every time I run to the... Bro, literally every time I go from the navigation to the arsenal, she's just like, oh, burped and tasted pigeon or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's wonderful, Eleanor. Anyway, I guess I'd never even used the Zylock. Wait, does that mean that it didn't move in the list? That means that it didn't move in the list. Okay, so I guess we're using the Zylock this time around. How do you like that? Well, if the Zylock didn't move, then you already saw the Zylock build. I'll show it off again. I'm just kidding. Keep scrolling. Oh, and we use Bonk Fluence. Okay, interesting. All right, well, I guess we start with the... Oh, no, we start with Urelli. This is just a Tau Forge Yellow for more energy. I think this energy efficiency buff has just been so nice for me overall. Like, it's hard for me to live without it. But yeah, I think it's just added... You know, especially now that I use Matter Eye, I'm actually trying to use Matter Eye more, just because it's like so much nicer in the operator. Like you just deal so much more damage. So I'm trying to use that more and keep it going. I have a Trio Orbit Ephemera on Nova, but the wings also look tough, just less in theme. Yeah, dude, I do feel it. Like, but dude, you could change it to like an angel. You could do like a... I don't know how you color the wings though, because I know they, you know, they're like feathers. That's the original, the feather wings, right? That's a... Whew. Eros wings. Yeah, it has like pretty base colors. Are these just like unchangeable? Are these changeable? What colors do I have? Yeah, those are the wings. Oh yeah, dude, I gotta say, when you start getting some good ephemeras, oh my god. That's a good feeling, chat. So yeah, let's talk about Urelli. So just a Tau Forge Yellow for energy. Yeah, so this is 555 shield, so pretty good base shields. Fast deflection, you're getting 90% damage reduction. Yeah, damage reduction from Loyal Marilena. You do have to snag that, and I have pretty low power strength, which is the thing that sucks. So I've thought about getting rid of Overextended. That would bring this range down to 26, but honestly, I don't really spam that as much as I normally do. So you could probably get rid of Overextended, have higher power strength, and then just all your stuff is more buff. So it'll also buff this. It'll get to 269, but I do like the range on that. What did I miss? Oh, TikToker followed. Appreciate it. Thank you. I think it showed up. I hope it showed up on screen. But yeah, Prime Flow. I mean, yeah, what I actually use most of the time is just Sea Snares and Breach Surge. You know, obviously anything with Overguard isn't going to get stunned, but this is going to add some damage at low. When you have low power strength, I do like this just as it's more just adding damage stacks. It's not really like, you know, it'll just give you a damage multiplier and just make it deal more damage. So it's not the craziest thing in the world, but with the Sea Snares, you can just throw out the bubbles. You can throw out a zillion bubbles. So this is Arcane Aegis. But yeah, Loyal Marilena, I feel like is mandatory. It's so nice. I feel like I just have to have it because it allows me to just run around. Obviously, if you want to stay on Marilena, then just don't use it. But I prefer to run around. I'm not going to fucking ride around on I'm not a psycho, dude. I hate to say it, so let's talk about Zylock again. Here's the crazy one. I mean, obviously on reload from empty plus 1 times crit damage multiplier. I mean, so much fun, man. Now, again, this one makes it pinpoint accurate on the normal charge. So it's, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. These I'm fine. It's a fast enough reload speed. I'm not worried. And we did add base crit chance, so I think Ureli might make us pretty strong. So that's a buff right there. Let's talk about the actual setup. This is just fire damage. 10.4 times crit multiplier. Oh, is that with my buff? Okay, that's with my companion. All right. And yeah, it's just making the bullet deal a zillion damage, so the fire proc deals a zillion damage. That's kind of it. So should we just lock in with Zylok for the entire game? Fuck. I feel like we have to. Shaku is going to be the other one that I'm going to spam. This is a bonk fluence weapon. Not a very good one. It is focus energy, voltaic strike, melee prowess, so it's a lot of status chance, and it's a lot of electricity damage, so we're prioritizing proccing influence, and then we're going to get the built-in blast damage, so pretty gaming. And then obviously seismic wave is just too easy. Like, I gotta say, man, I feel like with these types of slam weapons, obviously the Shaku has a pretty big slam radius. The Zylok, yeah, the Zylok's probably like one of my favorite Incarnate pistols, and then the Convectrix is just crazy. This is Shotgun Vendetta, so it's a beam weapon, so Vendetta is just a damage multiplier for the existing beams, and then I do have damage cold, so that I can keep Blaze, which is also damage heat, which means that I'm getting damage, and multi-shot all adding to the blast procs, and I'm basically proccing infinite blast anyway, so it's kind of nuts, man. It's crazy. Efficient beams. I mean, at over 100% status, it's already kind of game over. You're at 91% chance for a blast proc, so that's fucked. With 2 beams, so that's kind of nuts. That's why it's a shotgun, is because it has built-in 2 beams. So, kind of silly, but fun. At least that's what I would assume is why it's a shotgun. But yeah, not going to be using Convectrix. Only going to be spamming Zylok, as I should. We are using Ureli, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I will say, like, the way you just dome people, you just shoot somebody right in the fucking face, you just blow their skull out. I don't know what it is, man. You literally, like, shave the top of their body off with this Zylok. It's so satisfying. It is just, like, it has a downside, obviously, but it's like the greedy version of the Opticore. That's kind of how I describe it. It's all fire damage as well. I love this trend with all the Incarnins where they make them all fire damage, or like they make like the AoE or whatever all fire damage. I'm like, dude, I can't get enough. Is there like an Incarnin rotation? I haven't quite unlocked them yet. Yeah, so when you complete Steel Path, then you'll unlock a mission called Steel Path Circuits in Deviri. And then that's going to give you, it's like a weekly rotation of 5 different weapons, and you'll have access to 2 of them a week. And then it'll go away for, I think it's 8 weeks now, so like literally 2 months you won't see that rotation again. So obviously there's some other ones that you can like buy that are like new. Yeah, Incarnate has a rotation. Dude, I love autocorrect. I've started to get really comfortable with autocorrect. Oh, chat, I will say, I have a video going up tomorrow morning. It is the primary crux video, so I've done melee influence, I've done secondary encumber, I've done secondary enervate, and now we're going to do primary crux. We're also going to cover shotgun vendetta. We're not going to cover it with the Convectrix, but we're going to cover it with the Phage, which is a very similar weapon. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Like, I think I don't know how do I describe it? Like so the primary crux video is the last in the series of like the weapon arcanes that I've like shown off, the main ones that I use, the ones that I prioritize the most. So you know, it was pretty simple to just cover like, okay, these are the setups that I have. Yeah, you know, I've done the pistols. I did like a supplemental for secondary enervate to cover it because it was a pretty interesting video, and I could cover it pretty in depth. I was impressed with how well it worked, and I just kind of had so much fun with it that you know, people like mentioned for me to try it, and I was like, okay, I get the idea. So I'm using it on something that has low base crit chance so that I can benefit the most from it, because a lot of my crit weapons have you know, over 100% crit chance, and at that point you're not really getting a huge buff from Enervate. Like, I feel like Enervate is best served if, you know, you're putting in crit chance mods and you're only getting to like 50%, you know, on a normal weapon. If it's a beam weapon, 50% on a beam weapon is like pretty crazy. Like, I think my Tenet Cycron has like 50%, or I don't know, but yeah, there's a couple like really broken beam weapons, but yeah, like it's weird to like talk about all these different weapons because they are different and they're not really super interchangeable.
Use the key glyph.
So yeah, I guess a lot of it is
get ready for whatever happens.
Try out stuff that you love, and try out as much stuff as you can. But if you love something, like, stick with it, learn what you love about it, and try to find that in other weapons. Because I think there's a little bit of variety that you can allow yourself. Holy shit! Oh, wait, are you serious? Come on, let me tap him. Oh, I don't have any energy, Chad. I'm feeling a little cheeky. This is too scary. I'm forgetting it's a Netracell. Chat, I've got exhaustion. Yeah, I'm a little bit spooked. Can I do this though? I think I can do this and maybe just wipe a whole bunch of them. Thank God, dude. There's some energy. Can I cast this? Maybe I'm just casting Loyal Marulina the entire game. Unless I can get more energy, chat. I guess be a little bit more gentle. Snag this. Oh, there's some more energy. Perfect. Okay, doing a little bit better. I can kill them pretty easily with the normal form, so that's a benefit. Love that. Doing pretty good on energy. Okay. Just gotta warm up. Alright, I can feel it. Good vibes. Hit the bubbles. I don't know how many bubbles it makes, but charged up on that. Okay, nice. Oh, I do feel like bonking might come in clutch, so you may see me bonking a little bit, but yeah, this is just a zillion fucking fire damage. And that's kind of it. Is this Avenger as well? Nice. It's Avenger as well. So, you know, Ureli is going to add crit chance on top of my mods, and then Avenger is just going to add on top of that. So, you know, that's how we're seeing, what is that, 400% crit chance? That's a red, or if it's red, then it's 300, and then if it's, you know, red with an exclamation point, that's 400, so... Alright, chat. 2 shots left. Oh, feeling a little embarrassed. Come on, man. There you go. Is my boy killing them? How the fuck? What's going on here? Are you guys seeing this? I'm watching my homie Worm kind of shred all these guys. I still actually have Marulina. I don't know how much longer they're going to be active for, but I got some energy, dude. Oh, let's recast that. Snag some health, but, you know, basically nothing. I should be going into Madurai when I cast Loyal Marulina. I should get a little bit more power strength if I can. But yeah, I'm loving these fire procs. I'm loving... I mean, with the multi-shot, it's like you're just cruising, man. This is goofy. It's silly as fuck. What do the exclamation points mean? So if you see a red crit, it means it's a 300% crit chance. If you see red with an exclamation point, then that's another 100% crit chance. So that means a tier 4 crit. Well, it doesn't mean 100. It just means you got to that crit. So that means you could have over 300% crit, right? So if you're seeing a single exclamation point, it means that I'm never getting higher than 400% potentially. Like if you see 2 exclamation points, but it's super duper rare, then that means I may end up being like, after all the calculations, you may end up being like 410 or like pretty low 400s. But yeah, it seems like we're in the pretty high 300s for the Xylock. So yeah, you're seeing that we're fucking nuking everything. So that's pretty easy to understand. You know, this is a crit buff on top of another crit buff, so having a super strong pistol is going to benefit you a lot. Like a pistol that's just got like way too much power, especially something that has crowd clearing factor. I think that's really important, is that this gun does so much damage that even if the damage has a fall off, it doesn't matter, dude. I don't think we're ever worried about it. Let me see if I can get a zillion damage. Oh, I failed to do Madurai. Wait, was that 2 exclamation points? That might have been 2 exclamation points. You guys let me know. So let's see if we can tap this guy for a zillion. 2 shots. Should I shoot him in the back? Oh, Jesus. We'll hit this. Oh, is this going to give me a big buff? Oh, I'm too close. Yeah, unfortunate, chat. I think I can just, like, wipe him. Oh, I want to hit this into this. A little bit more to charge. There you go. Tapped, and then we can clear everybody else out. So we may potentially end up over 400. I don't know how. I don't know if I saw two exclamations. There's 2 exclamations. I think I saw 2 exclamations. So we may end up in the like 410 range, just like I talked about. That's pretty absurd, man. There you go, easy clap. So that was a pretty good Zylock showcase. I didn't need to bonk one, so I'm glad. I'm glad when I don't have to use influence. That's kind of the real truth of it. All right. If I don't use an influence weapon, it's all the better. I don't care how strong bonk influence is. I don't want to. Only thing I can get double exclamation with is my ceramic dagger. Yeah, I don't get double exclamation often. That's the thing. Like, I think sometimes I may get it if I have like a really strong primary weapon, and then I also have Arcane Avenger and Vigilante bonus, because the Vigilante bonus will just raise the crit tier. So if you have, you know, 350% crit chance, it means that, like, yeah, you know, 50% of the time you're getting a 300% crit, you're getting a tier 3 crit, but 50% of the time you're getting a tier 4 crit. And then if you have 4 stacks of the Vigilante bonus, then that means 20% of that 50% has a chance to just become a tier 5 crit, to just have an extra exclamation point. So there are certain I don't know, like Tower Force Red is insanely poggers, but there are certain primary setups that you can kind of do stuff like that, but most of them are just like absurdly broken at base. You know, like we're talking Incarnins and stuff like that, they can get crazy numbers. Dara Incarnin can get some crazy numbers. Oh, this is too easy. All right, didn't even use the Convectrix. Maybe I equipped it for 1 second. We're using Jade. That's sick. Did Convectrix move? Yeah, it did. Okay, it's inevitable. Batacore. Holy shit. I might actually spam a little bit of the Batacore. I don't know how good I am. And double cum? Oh my god, you're kidding me, dude. What are these rolls? This is crazy rolls. I should use both of these. And another Bonflins, but it's Dark Split Sword. The weirdest weapon you've ever seen. Yeah, oh, similar setup. I've got Prime Fury, but I've got melee prowess, so I've got a lot of status chance, and then also Weeping Wounds, Galvanized Elementalist. So this is Galvanized Reflex for 4 stacks of Weeping Wounds, 120%. So that's, yeah, there's the Bonfluence. But let's talk about Jade. Another Tau Forge Yellow, same reason. I did put in Ready Steel. I swapped that. So that's going to give me initial combo that's just, like, so strong. I love that shit. Initial combo is my love. Give me as much as I can get, and I will take all of it. So all I'm really doing is keeping my 2 active and my 3 active. This is going to armor strip anything you're looking at, and this is going to give you shield regen. That's all I'm staying on is shield regen. I also have Aegis, so I also have fast deflection. So we're getting quite a bit of stuff. I've got Archon Vitality. But yeah, a lot of power here. A lot of buff in your squad. Keep your Lights Judgment active. You got 5 of these, so just keep 5 orbs on the playing field at all times, and you'll be really good at Warframe. Okay, Glory. This Scorch should be primed heated charge, because it'll give you the same chance for proccing heat, but it'll just lower the chance for viral, and it'll also give you more heat damage, which means more heat damage, tick damage. So it's a pretty powerful setup. And yeah, it's just viral heat, and that's it. It's like the most standard setup I've ever done. But yeah, the alt fire does like a heat explosion as well, so it's pretty powerful. And yeah, that's pretty much covering it. I guess next up we talk about is the Batacore. This Riven is criminal, bro. 439 rolls, free blast damage. Free blast damage. So obviously the normal fire is like isn't terrible. It's not the best, but I want to use Sentient Barrage with blast damage. It's kind of criminal. You get like insanely low stats, but you're just buffing it with Crux, and then you're buffing it as well with Sentient Barrage. So that alt fire is kooky. It's fucking weird, but I think we can make it work. It is Hunter Munitions with blast and galvanized aptitude, so the normal fire is also pretty good for like shooting, you know, high value targets in the face. It does pretty decent damage. But yeah, here we go. Double cum. This is twin Comac, in case you guys didn't know. So this is heat multi-shot. It's a pretty interesting Riven. I think you could get a better Riven potentially. I do have Pistol Elementalist in here. I've thought about replacing it with Magnum Force, but I think that would just make the spread too awful. So currently I still have Elementalist because it does buff my reload speed. But yeah, this is Enervate. So I have my crit damage mod, but no crit chance mod. And then it's just the same blast setup that I had before. So you're just proccing a lot of blast. You're getting a lot of crits. So it is just a full auto shotgun with pretty decent number of shots in the mag. So I would say it's kind of essential. And then we'll go over Bonk Fluence one more time. 4 stacks of Weeping Wounds thanks to Galvanized Reflex. 5 stacks of Weeping Wounds thanks to Ready Steel. And then Elementalist is giving 120% status chance on top of that. So pretty good margin. You're double buffing electricity. This is also giving you a 90% heavy efficiency. So it's making it even easier to bonk. You'll just always be at full combo. So we love that. But yeah, easy to understand. Simple setup. Let's keep going. 822. We should have time for some 1999 content. And then I think I need to buy... I might need to buy my relic. I don't know if I already bought the Archon Shard. We'll have to see. I have to remember to do that, chat. I don't know if I forget sometimes, but I have a week to do it. So let's just see how I do. But maybe I'll be spamming more of the Batacore. Just please stop giving me exhaustion. That's all I need. Frame Curse, thank God. Void Burst. Oh, look at that. Yes. Okay, whatever. As long as it's not exhaustion. So we're going to have infinite energy. Like, we're going to be chilling. All right. We're good to go. Yeah, I mean, I think part of what I love about Jade... Oh, I should have gotten the... I shouldn't have gotten the Matter Eye buff. Hang on. I think we can recast this. I'll get the Matter Eye. 25% shield regen. That's... Is that 25% per second? Well, I don't know how fast that actually is, but... I guess we can put it to the test. We can stand still and see how good it does, but... Whew, I don't know, man. I've played solo Netracells for so long that I just, like... I don't know. It sucks that there's only 3 of them a week. Like, you do the Elite Archimedia, you get a bunch of rewards, and then you only get 3 left over. It kind of makes me sad, but I do feel it. The rewards are so useful. Like, I have stockpiled an insane amount of Archon Shards. Like, I have enough that, like, most of my Prime frames, I'm able to fill them out. Not necessarily always with red shards, but yeah, some of them all have Tau Forge red shards. So I pretty much the only time that I'll fill out Archon shards is on Prime frames, just because I don't want to remove 5 Archon shards from a frame when it becomes a Prime. So chat, I feel like I don't know. There's so much to farm in this game. It's crazy to me now that, like, with the 1999 calendar, they've added another thing to farm on a weekly basis. And I have been thinking more that, like, you know, I don't know if there would ever come a point where I wasn't able to do Elite Archimedia on Sunday, like, where whatever schedule or, you know, whatever that would be, but on those weeks, then I could do 5 Netracells, and yeah, you may get slightly worse rewards, but you know, that's what I'm thinking. You know, end game later on in the streaming series or whatever I'm doing, like, I may end up playing some other stuff. But yeah, I gotta say, I mean, to call back to the stream yesterday, so we played a lot of, like, Souls-likes. I was testing out to see how good the PC was running, because it kind of ran like dog shit for the ones that I actually wanted to try. Like, obviously, what I realized immediately is that I could not be streaming and also playing, you know, Wolong or any of the Team Ninja games. But I realized that, you know, I talked about it, anything that works on the Switch worked on the PC while I was streaming, so I was able to play still a pretty decent amount of games. But I have a list already of, like, the games that you can play. You know, we did a bunch of rounds of Clone Drone in the Danger Zone. That game's crazy, but we ended it with a game called Ember Knights. And this is just a roguelite, so it has like cross-run progression. But then it gives you like a bunch of upgrades and like a bunch of different classes, and it allows 4-player co-op. So I've been wanting now to buy Wizard of Legend 2 because it allows 4-player co-op. So I want to get more of those because I do think that would be so much fun, like a really top-tier cooperative game that we can all play together. But yeah, there was another one called Neurovoider that like took me a second to understand, but then I got it pretty quick, and I was very impressed with like how simple, and it offered a really cool loop that was like way different to the other game. It was like a true roguelike where there's no upgrades. You just kind of, I think you may unlock new characters, but that may be as far as you go. But yeah, it seems like there was like these 3 basic classes, and it was, I don't know, there was a lot of familiar understandings in terms of like, you know, I want to be able to present my friends with games that are like easy to understand, fun to get into, and then offer a little bit of complexity, and maybe they're a little bit dangerous. You know, not super dangerous or scary, but you know, you are gonna fail a couple rounds. You're gonna go in with a couple more runs. Is he up here?
How can you even go
Yeah, he's
near
right
that
here.
book?
Like you know, when we did Ember Knights, we did like maybe 5 or 6 rounds. We did a whole bunch. We got really far. We got to the second boss. So we were like just burning through it. We unlocked the mage character, so it was pretty powerful. But I have been thinking about going back in because I did play around solo, and I've been thinking about playing more of it and like maxing it out. I think that would be so much fun. So far we're good. Let's keep doing it. All right, here we go. But yeah, you're seeing it. Like I feel like honestly, it's kind of a joke. Like this mission isn't really the best test for damage. I feel like I'm just doing too much. I don't think it's super accurate, but they are level 200. They do technically have the Steel Path buff as well, so I don't know. I just feel like I'm shitting on them a little too hard for this to be accurate. So this is obviously the most crazy Riven, so this is not like a realistic build to ever do. So keep that in mind. Oh, I guess this guy's strong, so I could kill him. Oh, nice, dude. That's fucking radical. Holy shit. True gaming right there. That's a little bit hilarious. I don't know. You can tell I'm having way too much fun with this. Like the Vaticore is good. We should swap to double come. We're at 50%. This guy is also just so much fun. It's just a bunch of blast damage on what is essentially the pistol version of the comb or the cum. You can name it KUHM and just leave it there, but yeah, this weapon still does kind of do a shit ton of damage, so I don't know. I feel like this showing may be a little bit crazy, but I have so much fun. What I realized is that Blast obviously functions best when you have any types of buffs. So like I do have specific setups that like don't have a lot of built-in buffs, and so like these types of setups don't really work as well. But like, you know, if I have Zadas, then suddenly all of my blast weapons are like insanely broken and like so fucking good. So, you know, Blast has really like maximized my list, and I think like just that simple change, well, maybe simple is the wrong word, but I really appreciate how balanced it is and how easy you have to think of it the same as Slash. So, you know, the type of status damage that it deals doesn't scale off of the elemental damage, which is different from fire. So, you know, like I think I really enjoy how, you know, they offer this really unique damaging status effect that just is so powerful. Like it's so easy to build around, and it incentivizes you to change your setup. You know, it's like if you're leaning into Slash all the way, then sometimes you might change your setup a little bit and try and optimize for different stuff, like more just damage and that's it. Like if you're using the Glaive Prime, one of the most maxed out setups that you can do is just like all crit and then like a bunch of damage stuff, like whatever damage you can add and crit chance and crit damage you can add, and then just the slash proc of the Glaive will literally out damage like basically anything in the game. It's one of the most absurd weapons ever. Like it tops the list in so many ways, and like it kind of will just outclass everything for like so many different reasons. And I think that's why I love it so much, is that it is this crazy powerful weapon that kind of stands at one end of the list that, you know, I've used for so long, and I've had to stop using it because it is my second most used weapon of all time. But I've also just had to stop using it because it was so OP, and it just like trivialized the game in such a way where it really was like I was like doing nothing the entire time. It didn't matter what I was playing. Do you think puncture, cold, and gas are a good combo? Using slash is a given. So yeah, I think puncture and cold are cool. So puncture is awesome because it adds 25% additive crit. So it functions the same as Avenger. So it's like as long as you're proccing 5 stacks of puncture on them, then you're getting just a big fucking crit buff. Super nice. Well, maybe not big, but decent crit buff. And I do like gas. I think gas is pretty cool. Cold is also very nice. I think cold is good to build the crit damage. I don't know. I feel like most of my setups will always be... if I have the ability, I'm trying to favor damaging status effects. So I'm trying to have fire on there somewhere, or slash, or blast, or something. I find that, you know, being able to like amplify the amount of damage you're dealing by adding on to it later on is pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of what this game has presented me with is like,
hey,
I've gotten so much value out of my companion in terms of like anything that needs to die is probably going to end up close enough to my companion that they're going to proc 10 stacks of viral and 10 stacks of magnetic on them. So generally I've operated under that, where if I have a choice between a damaging status effect and, like, you know, buffing my damage, you know, like cold is a damage buff in some ways. It also will freeze enemies, so it's kind of a crowd control. And I also think that cold, does it bypass overguard? Like, you'll still freeze an enemy that has overguard, like they still won't move. I don't know if that's accurate. That may not be 100% true. But yeah, I think gas is also a very strong damaging status effect. I do think that I've only really tested gas with like blast fluence. So it was a weapon that had blast and gas and electricity to proc influence. So I definitely think that with Vesper 77, I'm going to be looking at gas very closely. Like, I'm going to be looking at gas a lot more. I want to see what type of setups I can rock. But yeah, I think we have to do some 1999 calendar stuff. Kill Scaldra troops, very cool. Kill 10 Eximus, very excellent. I have to do one of them at a time. So that's 8:33. So it may be 5 minutes each. But yeah, let's randomize again. Oh, we moved a tiny bit, so we swapped to gyre. Wonderful. Yeah, I mean, we'll swap. It'll be 5 minutes. So we'll go in, we'll leave, we'll do a bunch of 1999 calendar stuff. So I wanted to like clear out some of these dailies or these weeklies while I was here. Panthera is crazy. Oh, the Agrit. What the fuck, dude? I think that's how you say it. That's another weapon that I really don't know. And I didn't equip my melee weapon the entire game. I don't think this has ever happened. The melee didn't move unless it's bugged. This might be a weapon that is bugged. Here, let me try something. If I go to equipment used, let me see if it moves. It should move, right? Here, let's go to the same spot. Gerudo. Oh shit, all of these guys are... Yeah, you see it didn't move. So that weapon is just bugged. Look, Nami solo is below these guys. I guess if I use them once, they go back above them. Yeah, it's not here. So yeah, unfortunately, the split sword is bugged. Is that just how it is? Is it going to stay there? Is it going to move now? Oh, it did move. Okay, wonderful. This is a crazy setup, though. Vertilac is nuts. All right, let's try and be quick about this, because we're probably going to burn through this, like, instantly. It's 5 minutes, dude. This is a double shield regen alongside pillage, so it's a lot of defensive stuff with Arcane Aegis. Of course, not really super high crit chance, but I have Arcane Avenger on top of it, and also Cathode Current, almost mandatory. Keeps both of these abilities active forever. I mean, obviously, I think this one stays active already, so super fun, man. Like, just the most brainless setup you've ever done. You just run around like crazy. It's like so easy. But yeah, I don't really cast Coil Horizon. I got rid of the one. It was like, I don't know. I don't even use it. So it's basically just 3 and 4, and that's it. So I like having Coil Horizon. It's 21 meters, so it's not the biggest grouping ability, but it is still a grouping ability. And yeah, you'll have to see how the electricity works. The electricity is very weird. So next up is Panthera. This Riven is insanely criminal and kind of breaks this weapon. So if we go to the AoE of the bullet, you've got 26% heat, 36% slash, and 20% viral. So the stats on this are crazy, and you're going to add primary crux on top of that. So you can see we're just buffing the damage with heavy caliber, so that's going to buff the damage of the slash procs, and then obviously the more multi-shot is also going to help out as well. So I've been thinking about putting in what's the galvanized aptitude. I think that would work pretty well because this is like a bouncing projectile, so it's pretty strong. But you'll see it. This shit is absurdly powerful. A grade is up next. This Riven is also crazy. So this Riven reduces my magazine to 1. So it means that every time I throw, I reload, which means that every time I throw, I pick up an ammo to replace it. So it makes me way more ammo efficient in a strange way. So this is just, I'm allowed to put in now Scorch and Prime Heat of Charge, so I can skew the stats pretty heavily towards fire. 5700 fire. So if I look at the AoE, 21% heat, 13% viral, and 9% blast. So still have a pretty not terrible chance for blast, but it's mostly just it exists because I've got really good fire chance. So on an AoE like this, it's just going to deal a zillion damage. And this weapon is pretty easy to spam. So the fact that it was free viral and status chance is just crazy. I was like, dude, I have to keep this. So that's a crazy Riven. I don't think you should really use that weapon. I don't think it's the craziest. I don't think it's super strong. So this Riven is also attack speed heat. So this is saving a mod slot. This is allowing me to have gas. So we will test out gas right now. So this is a swinging influence weapon that has gas damage. So this is the Vertilax. So it's just super OP in general. So kill 150 Scaldra. And I am just doing it in this mode. So that I can kill an Acolyte at the end of it. So we need to do a Hellscrub Scaldra. And yeah, let's do it. It was a pretty quick build segment. I'm trying to be a little bit quicker. Alright, we're chilling. It's 8:38, so we should have time for like a couple rounds of these guys. See what we need to complete, get some rewards, I guess. But yeah, we'll probably start with a little bit of Vertilac and stuff like that. Is it summer already? Oh my god. Alright, chat. Come on. This mission makes me suffer a little bit. Okay, hit this, into this. Okay, nice. And then I just need to get a bunch of kills. Okay. And I need to get headshots, but this is very easy to get headshots with. I'll tell you, man. With a fire rate like this, with a fire rate like these. Oh, this is a little bit criminal. 10 times on the primary crux buff. We're chilling so far. Looking good. We have a grit. Should we just try out a little bit of Vertilac? Should we just see how gas works? Yeah, that seems pretty good, chat. I don't think that's proccing influence. Yeah, it has to proc influence on the bullet itself. So currently I haven't hit anything, it seems. A little embarrassing. Haven't procced influence yet. Come on, man. I can feel it any minute now. Any minute now. Here, maybe I need to be a little bit closer. Any minute now, chat. I can feel it. There's influence. Okay. So honestly, dude, you're seeing the lightning is doing all the work. I don't think I'm hitting a single thing with the Vertilac. I actually don't think I'm hitting a single thing. So, oh, it pops that thing instantly. So honestly, this might not be a very maxed out build. So, chat, you guys get to watch it. You guys get to see me struggle live and learn whether my build is effective or not. So, can I proc electricity on this shit? I think I can. Where are all the enemies, dude? I swear to God. Come on, man. Give me the influence. There you go. Does it only proc off of the... Oh, maybe it doesn't proc off the bullet anymore. Oh, am I seeing influence proc? We'll have to see, chat. I don't know. That may be important. Alright, chat. Whew. I will say, this is like for the first time I played 1999 in a while. I don't think you guys have seen a lot of this Halvania gameplay from me, so I'm thinking I might do dailies on Thursdays. I might do Netracells and also do the 1999 calendar, trying to do that on Thursdays. So I don't know, this is so much fun. But yeah, maybe I'm not proccing influence off the bullet anymore.
Got a minute to get a
Oh, nope, that looked like I procced it off the bullet. Anyway, chat, I think I'm probably better off spamming this. So this is maybe putting me over 100% crit chance. You know, if I'm getting... Oh, it's only 90% crit chance on the on Gyre's ability, so it's actually not the craziest amount of crit chance buff. So you are seeing a shit ton of orange crits though, which is kind of absurd. I mean, yeah, that's just the power of the vigilante bonus. Like, I'll always be using it. Like, it just adds so much power to your primary weapon that I'll just kind of always have it. I wouldn't say it's mandatory, but you know, like trying to figure out where to slot it in on your companion's build, and the fact that it locks you out of certain companions does change a lot of stuff. Like, this is like heavily favoring just shooting your guns over like basically everything else, which is once again like a gameplay loop that I think I've noticed a lot of people don't really enjoy. You know, like the most they're doing is like they're doing a Site 09 you know, gun build or whatever. They're doing like a maxed out, you know, a Harrow gun build. But I feel like I've been able to make it work with builds where it's like, okay, you know, the gun is there to augment your existing build, so you want to make sure and choose something that will complement it in a good way. So there's definitely like a lot of different crazy setups that you can use with the different guns. So, you know, for the most part, I've been thankful that I have this judgment that has actually proved to be correct time and time again, that, you know, I can just stream the 1999 missions, or I can stream Netracell's solo, or I can stream Omnia's solo, and I can just know that, you know, I can use whatever random gear that I want, and the gear that I've chosen is good enough that, you know, I get to show off this huge variety of you guys every single time we play. Every new mission is a new set of gear, fresh rolls, literally random rolls every single time. Well, maybe more like theoretically random. There is a logic to how it is randomized, but it does end up becoming somewhat random in the end. So that's why I call it the randomizer. You could get into the nitty gritty. I don't think you need to worry too much about it. But yeah, we're chilling, dude. Popped it like it's nothing. All right, gaming.
Don't worry, I'll share.
Nice, dude. This is easy. But yeah, I did want to mention. So. Oh, it's Malice. Okay, watch the bubble. Oh, I'm at 3%. Oh, I snagged that. Safe. We're at 5 minutes, so we survived.
Game over, man. Game over.
Oh, there's the bubble. I bubbled myself. I totally bubbled myself. Woo. I felt it, man. Do you see what happens? It's not that Malice. It's not that Malice is like super scary. It's that I stand still. Oh, where was that? Was that fire proc still living? Oh, that must have been from... Does he have that on Optic Core? I'm not sure. Anyway, I need to shoot this guy in the face. This guy needs to die. Oh, God. Yeah, there you go. Goodbye, Malice. That was a little embarrassing, but I need that. Look at that. 2 Steel Essence also. I don't have the booster. I don't have the doubler for the first time in God knows how long. Alright, I gotta get out of here. That's 150 Scaldra. That's 844. Yeah, we've got plenty of time for the 1999 calendar. I want to see how many missions we can complete, because some of them do require Site 09, so I have been wanting to use, you know, when it says kill enemies with abilities, I try to always do that with Site 09, because the sniper is just so fucking gamer.
Fix it or lose it
It's
to the
so sick.
Rot, which will be
Yeah,
the
quick little
least
5-minute
of your
stint.
problems.
It's 8:45, so we should have time to do one more 5-minute round. I think it's just kill Eximus, so we're probably going to do it on the Tech Rot side, just because that's a little bit quicker generally. Alright, nice and easy. Yeah, don't worry about it, chat. I think, I don't know, like, it's weird that there is this, like, set difficulty level that it's kind of standardized. Like, when you're doing Steel Path missions, it just has, like, a set, it doesn't really get above a certain threshold, I guess is what I would say. Wow, holy shit. How quick did we do that Netracell, if that's how quick it moved? We just showed off Jade. Here, I won't show the Jade build. We already showed the Jade build. Tenet Tetra is a crazy roll. Did I use a grit? I equipped it, but I didn't use it. Staticore is insane. And then the melee weapon, Jatkitag, another Bonkfluence. Okay. No Jade build. Tenet Tetra, another weapon that I'm telling you not to use. This is multi-shot damage. It's not the craziest amount, but it is 100% multi-shot, which is pretty nice. You're going to add 1.5 to that, so you're getting to 4.5. Or excuse me. Yeah, 4.4, I guess. It just has a shit ton of damage also. It's a fire rate of 4 when my pet's dead and 7 when my pet's alive. And that is a lot of damage for a gun that shoots that fast. So you'll see it. It's just blast damage with primary crux once again. And it's just a very strong full auto. And this is a crazy one. This is heat multi-shot. But because of Enervate, I only need crit damage. So the build checks out. You look at the stats on the tap fire, which is the one that I'm using. The bullet itself does 354 heat damage. The AoE does 708. So it's got a pretty crazy spread. 32% heat and 32% heat. So I'm kind of liking it. It's got a multi-shot of 3.7. And then you're going to add 1.2 onto that. So you're going to get to 5, basically. 4.9. So it's a shit ton of bullets that you're clicking insanely fast. So you're proccing a lot of heat. But I think we should just show it off. Jatkitag is just Bonkfluence. I've shown the build. Oh, I need to claim the reward as well. So this is double electricity, melee influence, or excuse me, melee prowess, and then same thing as before, Weeping Wounds, Galvanized Elementalist. Ooh. Could not say that word apparently, but yeah, let's keep moving. Oh, we gotta claim this. Look at this. 250 armor is crazy. I gotta take 250 armor. And an emerald shard, I gotta take the emerald shard. Holy shit. How do they keep doing this, man? I don't know what to do with all these emerald shards. Kill 10 Eximus, and then I get a secondary weapon, Arcane Adapter. Pretty good. I'm starting to accumulate those, so I don't really need them from anywhere else. But yeah, this probably, I think, will be the last mission. And this was just kill 10 Eximus, so I said I was going to do it in the Tech Rot. Alright. Let's do it. Hell Scrub Tech Rot. I'm going to spam the Tetra like crazy. You're going to see it, man. I love this weapon, but I'm really telling you, I don't think it's the craziest choice for you guys to play. So yeah, let's keep moving. Alright, full steam ahead. Oh god, why do we have to drive so far? Oh shit, I messed that up. Oh, because it's underground. So, alright, let's go underground. Let's get all the enemies chasing me. We've got a bunch of buffs, so I'm gonna go into here. Oh god. Close, almost there. I just need to get here so I can start clearing this pylon. Oh, it's a good map. I like this map. Oh, I should bonk this probably. Can I hit this thing? No, I don't think I can hit it. Am I hitting it? No, am I? Chat, am I going crazy? Oh, I have to hit it directly with the weapon. Okay, I got it. All right. We'll get Matarai. We'll get the shield buff. We'll get the... Oh, I guess this is just shield reduction, and that's it. All right, and then we'll start using Tenet Tetra. Gotta get those buffs going, chat. Gotta get those galvanized stacks moving. Gotta get those crux stacks moving. Kill this guy. We should be able to pop everything. There you go. That's what you're talking about. So this is a criminal fucking weapon. This is super strong. But only with this weird fucking gamer setup that you see here. With like, you know, primed cryo rounds for damage to your bullets. And then the blast is like adding this crazy AoE. So it's like wiping all these trash mobs just like it's nothing. So it's a pretty gamer setup. Yeah, we're gonna kill these Eximus basically instantly. Oh, Matarai buff. This into this into this, and then we wipe chat. And now we play like a real, true savant. I mean, this is top tier shit right here. I mean, I do love the way that these missions play. Like these 1999 missions were so easy to farm. When I did all the shit and I leveled up all the syndicate and whatever, I ended up getting like super addicted to the gameplay loop and just how fast the enemies move. Like Scaldra enemies are so cool and I just have so much fun with them, and they're they're like dangerous in a way that I could never have anticipated and was never ready for. And I just like I have such a blast with these enemies, and it's crazy to have 2 new enemy factions, and they just rock. They're just insane, and the fact that you're getting Tech Rod Encore, you still have the Coda weapons, dude. That's all I'm gonna be doing for like God knows how long. I'm just gonna be doing nothing but Coda weapons. Oh, my homie's dead. Let's do some bonking. There you go. That's an insta wipe. Love that. All right, let's swap to Staticore a little bit. What I do love is that Enervate is just always active. It's just always doing its thing. You always get the maxed out buffs. I can charge it as well. It just deals pretty good damage. But I honestly use the tap fire like way more. The charge fire doesn't do nearly as much damage as something like the Icarius does, so I'm not really using as much as possible. But you are like you're just clicking like a motherfucker. 3 minutes in though, so doing pretty good. Yeah, I think I'll close it out. I'll claim the reward. Oh, I'm getting deleted. Ooh. Yeah, that's fine. That was a little too much DPS for me all at once, so let's do this, into this, into this, and then drop a couple orbs down. I need to kill these guys right away because that venom does not treat me well. It does suck to have to click this fast. But yeah, that's the plight. If you play Epitaph, it's the same thing then. But you can just see the damage on Staticore, so it's pretty OP. But it is a crazy Riven. It is giving me just a shit ton of fire damage, which, you know, you can see it'll add to the back end of the damage, but you can see how quickly we kill 10x in this, so it's a little bit absurd, the type of DPS that I'm rocking, but this feels like Glory. It looks like Glory. Hey, I could use Glory a little bit. Oh, a Babao showed up, but I think we should be totally fine. So yeah, a little bit of Glory action. We love that shit. I'm not gonna say anything else. I won't make a joke, I swear. Yeah, dude, this is too easy. Alright, hit this. Nice and easy. Oh shit, that's a lot of enemies. Here, 1 sec. There you go. Nice and easy. Easy wipe. Hell yeah, dude. There are too many enemies alive. Oh, never mind. Alright, so here's my boy. This guy's pretty dangerous. Oh, that's a big Toxin proc. That sucks. Oh, yeah, I kind of felt the Toxin proc. Alright. Don't get greedy here, chat. Survived it. Get the abilities active. Get the fuck out of here. Do a little bit of bonking. Holy shit, wait, I'm just nuking him with... Oh my god, wait, melee influence just deletes that guy? Holy shit, that's kind of gaming. I love that. That was kind of all I needed apparently, so let's get the fuck out of here. We did keep the survival rates going pretty good, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know what's coming up on the channel. Yeah, so tomorrow morning is Primary Crux. That's also covering Shotgun Vendetta, Primary Blight, Primary Frostbite, Longbow Sharpshot. So all of the different unique arcanes. Also Primary Merciless, covering that as well. So all the arcanes that I use for the most part. It's not all of them, but it's the ones that I use. So these are the ones that I can talk about and show off different builds, and it's pretty quick. I did want to mention that TikTok has updated their captions, so I'm just using the in-house TikTok captions now. They're actually just better than what I'm doing on Premiere, so it just works better. I can edit it easier, so I was really thankful to see that. It means that I just don't have to do anything. I'll just edit the captions that way, and the default captions is the default setup that I already have. It's the same font. It's fucking Bebas Nue, so we love that. So yeah, so we've got Primary Crux going up tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. on both platforms. That's YouTube and TikTok. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. I guess a lot of it is that, you know, coming up, it seems like for the Coda update, it's going to be a shit ton of Coda grinding. It's going to take me forever, man. So that's what you're going to see, all Coda all the time. So I hope you guys enjoy this stream. I will see you tomorrow for Wo Long. We're going to be having a chill sesh, a little bit silly, goofy, and I'm going to be grinding a lot of that. So we're going to see how many runs I can do. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Hope you have a good night. If you are, you know, if you're up late, hope you get to bed soon. So take care.